So I'm just curious, was this your first experience with JTR?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So you'd never heard a home theater. So give me your thoughts and impressions on the JTR system.
Definitely, you felt it all over your body, and love that interstellar wormhole scene, and just you really feel it. And I felt it all over my jeans.
Yeah, like
just
my
like
legs,
pressure.
just like feel the movement.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, we have great speakers at home too, but this was like the next level. And yeah,
the gunshot in the
the gunshot.
Forget
the Book of Eli.
Yeah, the Book of Eli. Just it's just super like impactful.
It was like piercing, but not like my ears weren't hurting. It was just like shocking, like how the movie wanted you to feel like, oh my god.
We're gonna have to get bigger subwoofers after experiencing this. And
all right, guys, today I've got some guests over in my home. They're demoing the JTR system. We've got Kaleidescape going in there. They're finishing up the last demo, which is Dune. And so I want to take you in there. I want to get their impressions. I don't even know if this is the first time they've ever heard JTR or seen Kaleidescape. They do have a JVC MP5, I believe. They've got a SVS system. And so we're going to head on in there right after. My room's about to fall apart. It's pretty loud in there. We're about 5 dB, maybe 10 dB below reference. So we're not even at reference, but it's pretty stinking loud. So as soon as the video finishes, we'll head on in there. We'll get their impression. Alexa, theater lights on. All right, so we just finished up an additional request. So they wanted to hear Into the Wormhole from Interstellar. And honestly, that's the first time I had heard that in my theater room. And I honestly got a little nervous because this whole room was going nuts. But I want to introduce you to Jeff and Lauren. So they are from Colorado. They've got family here. So they were visiting and they reached out and said, hey, Michael, can I come hear your setup? Of course, I love having people over. I love getting their experience with my system. And really just giving them an opportunity just to see something different. Different size room, different maybe theater seating, different size screen. So I'd love to kind of just talk through their setup, what they have, and get their experience on my home theater. So Jeff and Lauren, thanks so much for coming by and hanging out. I'd just love to have a conversation. So tell us a little bit about what you have at home, your setup.
Sure. So we have a 7.2.4 all SVS system. So prime pinnacles, the prime bookshelves, prime satellites mounted and angled at the main listening, and then the ultra center, and then 2 PB2000 Pros. Room is a 14 by 14 foot basement room with concrete and low ceiling, like 6.5 to 7.5, and then you've got a JVC NP5 projector, a Stewart screen, 120 inch 16 by 9 with some DIY masking panels, DIY acoustic panels.
Right.
Did all our painting ourselves, our speaker wire stuff ourselves. So we're happy. But yeah, never experienced something that's, I guess, next level like this.
Yeah, this is next level.
So this was different than what you've got at home?
Yeah, way more. And you said you have no like bass shakers.
I do not have any tactile transducers in the seat. Yeah. So maybe describe what you were experiencing there.
Definitely, you felt it all over your body, and love that interstellar wormhole scene, and just you really feel it. And I felt it all over my jeans.
Yeah, like
just
my
like
legs,
pressure.
just like feel the movement.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the Quiet Place demo, we have our own little custom Plex demo that we've made, and it's just like, I don't know, you just feel everything in your body.
Yeah.
And I love the transparent screen too, just being able to kind of more immersion, not seeing the speakers.
So have you, other than like your local cinema, have you experienced a home theater with an acoustically transparent screen with speakers directly behind it?
No.
No, none of that. Yeah.
So what do you think that adds compared to what you've got at home? How does having your speakers directly behind the screen? Because I'm a big advocate of that.
Yeah.
And some people feel that, you know, Michael, you do lose some output. Like light output.
Oh, okay.
And they're concerned about, you know, the sound isn't going to be as good. What do you think?
I don't think there's any sacrifice in sound.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, our center channel is like, our screen base is 20 inches off the floor, so our center channel is barely below that.
Correct.
So just having, I guess, everything the same level and just using the same speaker. just not being able to see them, even though like we have a dark room, but
Sure.
you still get light reflections and seeing the side of the speakers. The transparent screen just makes it so much more like immersion into the movie.
Way more immersion, and just everything hidden is really nice, and you forget that these humongous things are producing all of that sound, and you don't really want to see it, you just want to feel it. So,
Correct.
Yeah.
And I think by being able to put it behind a screen, it just, like you said, I like being able to lift up my screen and show it, like y'all came in, and
that was cool.
I can show you what's behind there. But when lights go out, let's just have it just be movie time. You know, we don't want anything to distract us, or audibly or even visually. And so I love an acoustically transparent screen, and I think the small incremental disadvantages of having one are they like pale in comparison to the advantages that you get with having that. So I definitely enjoy that.
You were even talking about the light output being diminished, but I mean the comment we had, just it seems like your screen and projector, just the combination of them seems like it's a brighter image, and it looks super crisp and clear for all the faces and textures compared to what we have at home.
Yeah, and so you have an MP5.
Yeah, so
that's
the lowest level bulb projector.
Right.
It's still super nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Super nice,
Yeah,
but we run it in
100%.
low lamp mode just since it's right next to us, and the fan loudness and whatnot and heat. But
yeah. So mine used to be right above us. So if I zoom out here, guys, so mine used to be somewhere like right up here, and then when I upgraded to a bigger screen, as you can see in the back of my room back here, now mine is outside the room, and so we get less heat in the room, we get less noise from the fan, but being able to run it in low lamp mode will help, kind of compensate from that. So I'm just curious, was this your first experience with JTR?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So you'd never heard a home theater. So give me your thoughts and impressions on the JTR system.
I thought the bass was amazing. I know you have like 3 subwoofers back there.
There's 2.
Oh, 2.
Yep.
Okay.
So the dual 18s.
Oh yeah, because you have the middle
and dual
center.
18s, correct. The 3 would be the left, the center, and the right.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. I mean, we have great speakers at home too, but this was like the next level, and
the gunshot in the
the gunshot.
Forget
the Book of Eli.
Yeah, the Book of Eli. It's just super like impactful.
It was like piercing, but not like my ears weren't hurting. It was just like shocking, like how the movie wanted you to feel like, oh my god.
And it just, I don't know, I mean, just everything sounded like more full, just like I don't know, just the whole depth of sound was there.
So speaking of the Book of Eli, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I saw you jump, Jeff.
Yeah, you're probably right. Just caught me off guard.
When the gunshot, because I told him, I said, I'm going to turn it up a little bit louder just for that initial gunshot. You typically listen about what volume at home?
-10 to minus
like
14, 15.
Okay. And so we were, on the Anthem, it runs about 10 dB hot, so I was at -20 most of the time. Sometimes I'd bump it down to like -25 if it was a really crazy, high intense scene. So we were pretty much right there. But for that scene, I think I went up to, instead of -20, I was probably like I don't think I went to reference. So I probably would have been 5 below. Yeah, so I'd been 5 below reference. Still crazy loud, super detailed, but like you said, it's not shrill on the top end, and that's one of the things that really attracted me to JTR, is being able to get the dynamics, get that detail, get the clarity, but I don't feel like I got beat up at the end of the demo.
Yeah, that's like the true comparison. Is it painful at these like high listening volumes?
Yeah. So in your setup, how big's your room?
It's about 14 feet wide, 14 and a half feet long. So it's overall pretty small. Yeah. And then the low ceilings.
Pretty similar to mine. So mine's just a little bit longer. So I have 13 wide, 19 deep. I have 10-foot ceilings, and your ceilings are a little bit lower, right?
Yeah, like 6.5 to 7.5.
Super low.
Just depending on where in the room.
Yeah.
But the great thing is, and what I've always shared with my audience and you guys, you can build a cool home theater in any space. I really believe that. If you got a 12-foot bedroom, if you got a 15-foot room, if you got a basement, you guys are golden, man. We don't have that luxury here in Florida. and you might even be looking at maybe moving back.
We will be.
Yeah.
We'll be having to rethink some stuff.
Yeah, so you won't have a basement if you move
Right.
back. And so, again, those are just some challenges you got to work through. But the cool thing is you can build a great home theater regardless of the space.
Yeah.
What about Kaleidescape? First time seeing that?
First time seeing it in person. We've watched,
Yeah.
I guess I've seen a lot of videos.
Yeah, like you knew what it was.
Yeah.
But so even on what little bit you've seen of that, is there anything that stood out, whether it was the interface on it, did it seem easy to use? I'm just thinking from somebody that's never seen it, never interacted with it, just some initial thoughts maybe on that.
Definitely seems like a very easy user interface, especially just having to help my parents and stuff dealing with technology. We're both, I guess, pretty tech savvy engineers and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I guess we're familiar with Plex because have physical media and ripped a lot of stuff. But it's nice just, I guess, being able to see the chapter title and go right to where you want to start. And yeah, I mean, I don't have too many comments on
I
that.
like the presentation of all just like
It's pretty.
your movie posters, and it's like very visually nice, and it's not like cluttered how you see a lot of like kind of just words on normal streaming things. It's like, I don't need any of this. You just see the movies and no text and all that. It was really, really nice. Yeah.
Cool. Any other thoughts on, like, even just whether it's your home theater, things that you're looking to upgrade down the road? How long has it been since you built your home theater?
So
How
that
long
was
you had it?
beginning of 2023. So
Okay.
it's been, I guess it'll be just, almost 2 years.
So
here,
relatively
1%.
somewhat new,
Yeah.
considering I've been working on my theater for 18 years.
Yeah. And this was our first setup, so everything was new when we got it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So your first home theater, what are some things that you've learned even building out that? Maybe when you moved to Florida, some things that you might want to change, whether it's add a riser or maybe you want a bigger room.
Yeah,
What are
I
some things
definitely
that you
want a slightly bigger room. Even something like this is perfect. Just, I think it would be cool to be able to host more people and not feel like, oh, this guy's having to have a speaker right in his ear.
I gotcha.
I definitely want a transparent screen just to have the 3 speakers and just having them hidden. What else? Taller ceiling, obviously.
Maybe like a brighter projector down the road, but our room is so black out.
Right.
It's only, if we had a side by side, it'd be like, oh, that's nicer.
Yeah.
But when you're watching it, it's still like really awesome.
Still an amazing
and immersive,
experience.
Yeah.
but-
We're gonna have to get bigger subwoofers after experiencing this, and
Yeah.
I'm into the calibration, and I'll do my own EQ and whatnot to make them how we want them.
I definitely felt that, like, what is it, like the chest,
Yeah, just
something,
like the visceral.
especially the Furiosa scene with that like music, like when they were driving down the road. I'm like,
and there was the boom, 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 boom.
yeah, that was a tier above what I think I felt in ours, but I don't know if that's because it's like there's double in front.
Well, you've got more. So one thing that a lot of people wonder is, are yours sealed or ported, your subs?
We have ported.
Okay.
It's the PB2000 Pros.
So typically with ported, you get more output. But when you go to larger drivers like 18s, there's a lot of surface area there, so it can pressurize your room.
Yeah.
And that's kind of I never realized that sealed could provide that much tactile, physical response in your seats. And like I said, I mean, on, my floor here, this is concrete under here.
Right.
I don't have wooden slats. I don't have joists, and so there's no reinforcement there. So to be able to get that tactile response from sealed in this size room, I like it. I feel like I get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
we definitely like the bass. Like, we're running a plus 10 dB Harman curve on our setup. So, I guess other room changes that we'll probably do is just dealing with either like a projector hush box.
Okay.
And
That'd be super nice.
Yeah, and dealing with, I guess, making the HVAC solution better, because whenever that HVAC turns on in our room, it's super loud. So, but yeah, it was just too much to deal with at the time.
Yeah, well, you can't do it all at once, and the reality is, even in your given space, you might not be able to do, all of those features that you want. And in my room, it's not perfect. I mean, I've got issues. I've got some of the same things you deal with, but it's still, at the end of the day, it makes your family smile. You enjoy it. You get a chance to watch movies together or listen to music. And it's a fun time. Yeah. I think that's really what matters.
The rattle of your screen really added that 4D effect to the interstellar scene.
I didn't see this for you.
Yeah, so what he's talking about is my screen here. I haven't really dampened everything in here. So if I tap the screen, you can hear the vibration there. That's not good. So, and Jeff's saying that actually added to it. To me, that distracts. Ideally, you want to fix all those rattles, and you can use test tones and things like that to help get rid of that, or at least mitigate it. But I haven't done that. In my next home theater, I want to make sure that I kind of chase down as many of those rattles to remove those distractions. But I appreciate y'all just coming over and hanging out with me.
Yeah, thanks.
So this was
letting us join.
Yeah, I mean, it's
short notice and everything.
And as we build out Obsessed Home Theater, this has really become a showroom now. It's like I want to invite people over and have the same experience. And really, you'd never experienced Mad VR, so that gave you an experience there. You'd never experienced, I don't think, Valencia theater seating.
Yeah, we've got a section on our house right now, and it's nice having cup holders and just being able to have lean back and control of my individual seats.
Yeah.
Something we'll have to think about.
Yeah, these are great. I love it.
But those are things, again, those you can always add more theater seating or upgrades to those, or a better projector, or different acoustic treatment, or an acoustically transparent screen. And what I've always encouraged my audience and you guys is just enjoy the journey. Yeah. Build it over time. Don't be afraid to build this thing as funds become available, and as you're able to do that, and just make it make sense versus having to think, man, I'll never be able to have a dedicated theater room because I can't do it all at once. That's okay. Yeah. Start off with 2 speakers, a subwoofer, a TV, and then down the road get your projector. So to me, it's just a process and enjoying that journey. Any other thoughts? Do you have a favorite demo? I know we went through probably about, 15 different demo clips. I've got a script. And if you guys at home are interested in that script, just shoot me an email at youthman@obsessedhometheater.com, and I can send you a download, and you can add that to your Kaleidescape and watch those same clips that I have set up here. What's your favorite one?
Well, you played different ones because you played like musical scenes and you played bassy scenes.
Yeah.
I love the Star is Born music scene.
Yeah, that was good.
It just was so crisp, and the picture was super clear, and just I love the audio in that movie. So yeah. But the bassy, I love the Furiosa scene the most, probably.
Yeah, we hadn't seen Furiosa.
Yeah,
what I thought was funny though is during it was during Top Gun, so I had my phone right here.
Top Gun was awesome.
And I said, you are welcome to adjust the volume. One time she leaned over to Jeff and said, I didn't know what she said, but I noticed he turned it up several notches. And then I gave you the control right here. Yeah. And, Lauren reached over there and bumped it up 5 dB.
Slightly went,
yeah, 5 dB. So not bad.
Yeah. I think I like the Dune and the Quiet Place just because I love those movies, and just feeling the bass throughout my body was amazing.
Yeah. Well, super cool, man. Well, I have been blessed just to have you guys over to hang out with me in my theater room. I love sharing the experience, I love sharing the passion that you have for movies and music, and just getting your feedback and hearing your journey and your story. And so when y'all move to Florida, where do you think you're going to live?
Somewhere around Central Florida.
Okay. So you won't be far from us. So we'll be moving up to Middleton area, Lady Lake area. So when we have that set up and get the design center, you guys have to come out and hang out with us. And ideally, we would love to even eventually have get-togethers once we get everything set up there. Sweet. Maybe like quarterly, or even possibly even monthly, like what Matt is doing with Obsessed Garage. He has Cars and Coffee. So once a month, he just invites his audience to come. Let's hang out for a couple hours. And so ideally, we would love to be able to do that, have a bunch of people over, and just hang out, talk home theater, get to know some people, and then also do some great demos like this in the showroom. So, all right, guys, we'll wrap up the video here. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great weekend. God bless. Catch you in the next one.